Everybody, this is James Durbin of Durbin, and you are watching CMS TV.
Hey, it's Bob Melbanian and Matt Hartnett from Shockwave Skull Sessions and Aftershocks. If you'd like to receive access to exclusive episodes from your favorite show and would even like to be a part of it, we've got an offer that you simply can't refuse.
CMSPN now offers our listeners the chance to not only view and listen to exclusive episodes, but to actually participate in one as well. Go to our Subscribestar page at www.subscribestar.com/CMSPN. Our page has 3 monthly subscription tiers for you to choose from, and is a great way to personally connect to your favorite CMSPN show.
Our content will always be free of charge, but if you're looking to have a closer connection to your favorite show, subscribestar.com/CMSPN is the way to go. As always, thanks for listening, and enough of us talking. Here's the episode you actually came here for.
Right here on your classic metal show with Lights Out. That goes out by request to Taylor, who wants to dedicate that to her mother. So all right. A little dedication, little shout out, playing a little bit of a what was that guy's name?
Who?
The radio DJ guy.
Where?
What's that guy's name? Who passed away? Nationwide guy. What was his name?
Don Imus?
No, the guy who did the and he writes.
Oh, I don't know. Was that Bruce Cole?
No. What's his name?
Oh, dead guy.
See how quickly we forget, even me.
Dude, we all think we're important, and I'm telling you, within 6 months,
Casey Kasem.
Oh, Casey Kasem, yeah.
Yeah.
Within 6 months of my death, people will, I remember I used to do something on Saturday. I don't know what it was, but I used to do something. Nobody will remember us.
Yeah, we're all disposable.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's just the way it is. I thought I could never sleep another night without Art Bell, and I haven't listened to even old Art Bell 10 times in 5 years.
Yeah. We're all well, I'll go with your Metallica, one of your favorite bands.
Mm-hmm.
All disposable heroes.
Yeah, they are. We are. We're heroes for the minute, and then we're just gone.
And that's UFO with Lights Out. That goes out by request to Taylor, who wants to dedicate that to her mother.
Yes, Mom. We hope you're in a better place. See ya. And meanwhile, Casey's reading that dedication personally, probably now, right?
Pretty much.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus is right. You know it, man. That's right, man. Jesus
took the wheel, as they say.
I'm talking about the Jesus on Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah.
I watched that this week. That's on Netflix, by the way.
Oh, the Big Lebowski. How many times are you gonna watch that movie? You've watched it.
I've watched that movie 25 times.
I was gonna say you and John watches that movie.
I love that movie. And I said, dude, I love that movie.
Oh, dude. I think John went as the dude on Halloween like 2 years ago. I think. I'm pretty sure he did. He dressed up as the dude, or not as the dude. What was John Goodman's character?
Oh, he was Walter.
Yeah, he was Walter.
Well, he's got the girth of Walter.
Look, I can't make fat jokes to somebody less fat than me. I guess I can. Neely said you're fat, John. Yes, I can.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Dude.
I'm the dude. You call me the dude, the duder,
Yeah.
El Duderino, if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Mm-hmm. El Duderino.
El Duderino.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah. Love that movie. I watched it again. It was, like I said, it was on Netflix. My nephew said, hey, by the way, Big Lebowski's on Netflix.
Nice.
So, of course, I had to watch that.
I, of course, always keep it funny by watching the Ted Bundy tapes again this week.
Oh, did you?
Just a laugh a minute.
that was a really good miniseries or
It was good.
documentary or whatever you want to call it.
Dude, the best thing that I watched this week though is, and I hate to promote fucking YuckTube, but on YouTube there are all of these super long 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 hour videos of different phases of Opie and Anthony.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You did talk about that last week.
So today or yesterday, I watched an 11-hour Opie and Anthony, and it was just them tooling on E-Rock. 11 hours of them killing E-Rock. It was so fucking funny. I was laughing my ass off all day long. Just so funny how brutal they were to E-Rock. So great. There's good stuff. And dude, and I don't know who puts these things together, but bravo to them for taking the time to find 11 hours and clip that all together into one video.
Well, it's money to them. I mean, all they have to do is just troll YouTube or wherever it is that they get these videos and just sew them together, edit them together, and then they can put it out there as their own material and get revenue from that.
Yeah, because there's probably nobody still tracking what's going on with O&A audio at this point. Since that business is dead. So, yeah, but that's. I had a weird week as far as TV and video. All I watched this week was those O&A videos and the Ted Bundy stuff to keep it in the ha-ha mode. And I'm working my way through 2.5 Men. You ever watch that show?
I do. I probably watched. I think I watched all of the Charlie Sheen seasons, and then I sporadically caught the Ashton Kutcher episodes. But personally, I thought it was a lot of funny, a lot of ha-ha, just a lot of one-off jokes.
Yeah.
It
was cutesy is what I thought.
Well, what was funny is that that Charlie Sheen, obviously the alpha male who banged a lot of chicks on the show. He was successful, obviously, because he wrote jingles,
right,
and made a lot of money, and he had a house on the beach, and he could attract women because he had money.
Yeah, he had coin.
Yeah, he had coin, and so he could bang the hottest of the skanks out there.
Right.
And then, of course, his brother, Alan, kind of a fruity dude. He was fruity all the way back in the 80s when he played Ducky.
Right.
And then in real life, I think he's a fag, right?
I have no idea.
I think he is. I think he is. And they always made, reference to his masculinity or lack of masculinity.
Right.
Because he could never he did score with some chicks during the show.
Right.
But Charlie was always making, fag jokes.
Right.
Geared toward him. Oh. And I think in the end, I think in reality he was.
No, he is not.
Oh, he's not?
I just looked it up. He's married to somebody named Lisa Joyner. Unless that used to be Larry.
All right.
He was married to somebody named Sarah Trigger before that. So apparently not gay.
All right. Fair enough.
Just good at playing the role, I guess.
Yeah, but he's always come off as kind of very effeminate.
Oh yeah.
Every role he's ever played.
Mm-hmm.
But that was always funny to me. But it was a good dynamic. I mean, because you had the alpha male, and then you had the kind of the underling or the weak male.
Yeah.
And then you had the real, the kind of the big bus driver of the month,
Yeah. Berta.
Berta, the housekeeper.
Right.
And then you had all the hot skanks.
Yeah. And there's a lot of them in that show.
And of course, Charlie was living the life most guys, envy.
Mhm.
Got a nice, really hot, great home on the beach, on the ocean.
Yeah.
I got lots of coin, got a good car, decent looking dude, whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the attraction. And you could just bang all the skanks you want.
Mhm.
And then the next one would come along.
Yeah. I know. I had a thing for Rose, the girl that always climbed over the balcony.
She was a bizarre. You really
like-
want a thing for her?
I totally do.
Really?
You'd have to see it, and I know you haven't seen it, but she played a crazy mutilator of women in The Shield.
Okay.
And I thought she was hot then, as she was hacking up this one lady that was tied up in a bathtub.
All right.
And then and then to see her in another crazy role, I just was like, all right.
So is that her thing, playing crazy roles?
I don't know of anything else that she's done, but she definitely, something about the big eyes. She's got real big eyes, and there's something about that just looks fucking nutty. But I love that.
She's got the Adam Schiff eyes.
Yeah, she does. Mm-hmm.
All right.
She looks like somebody's coming at her with the high beams on at all times.
All right.
But I like it. I like that kind of crazy, because she's not my normal type. One, I don't really like dark hair usually. I usually like blondes, and she was not blonde, and she didn't have overly gigantic tits, and and she was just she was like regular girl hot.
Okay.
Which I like.
Well, I'll give you that.
I like regular girl hot. I'll be honest, I like regular girl hot much better than model hot. Do you like model hot better than regular?
No, I'm not really into models. I'm into girls who are, I'm not going to call them models, but I'll call them what's the word I'm looking for? Well coiffed.
Okay.
If that's a good word.
Not homely girl hot, Jerry. Jesus. Homely girl hot. It's not what I'm saying.
I do. I mean, I like the feminine, very feminine looking girls, the girls who do the hair and the nails and the eyes and the look.
Yeah.
But are they model hot? No, I'm not into models. I never really, I stood right next to Claudia Schiffer at the LAX airport. I remember this. It was the fuckest. I was standing in line at the ticket counter at the American Airlines ticket counter.
Right.
And this limo pulls up. I'm standing in line, waiting to get in line. And this limo pulls up outside the door, and this tall chick gets out of the car, and she walked right up behind me, and I turn around and I look at her, and now she's not all dolled up or anything.
Right.
But I'm going, holy shit, this is Claudia Schiffer.
Wow.
And I didn't say anything to her, but I knew who it was.
Yeah.
And I looked at her, and it's like, she was at the hottest model at the time. This was like 2007, I think.
Sure.
And didn't do a thing for me.
Right.
Not a thing. I looked at her, and I was just like, okay, well, I've seen you in pictures. I've seen you obviously all dolled up and stuff, but not my thing.
Is she the only female celebrity you've ever met?
Well, celebrity, no, but model, since we're talking models, a real model, someone with a name, not so much. I didn't think she was all that.
All right. What about?
I mean, I looked her up and down pretty good, and I was just like, okay,
Right.
she's like this tall, skinny chick.
Right.
And it's like, not so much. It's not my thing.
Who's the other celebrities you've met? Female celebrities.
obviously, well, they're mostly musical women,
Okay.
obviously I've met Doro,
Sure.
met Lita Ford,
Mhm.
Suzanne. I never met Susanna Hoffs, but I was like in the front row at a Susanna Hoffs
In your mind, you met her. In your mind, you met her.
No, I didn't meet her personally, but I was in the first row back in, what was it, 80? I think it was 88. I think it was 89.
You meet her over and over again on that waterbed once a week.
You know, that kind of a thing, and those are the ones that come to mind immediately.
Right.
But just models for the most part, I don't find that attractive.
Who's the hottest of them that you've met?
Of the models,
No, of the celebrities. Lita?
Lita was okay. I mean, they're okay. They're all okay.
Hmm.
If you want to talk, well, let me ask you the question, and I'll give you my answer.
All right.
When it comes to quote unquote models, actual models, whether it's the Christy Brinkleys of the world or the Claudia Schiffers or whoever it is,
Sure.
who did you like as a model? Who caught your attention most of all as a model?
As a model, see, I just despise models.
Yeah, see, I'm not a fan either.
I thought Kathy Ireland was kind of hot.
See, you hit it right on the head for me, because that's the one. If I had to pick any model that falls under the guise of model, that would be mine right there, Kathy Ireland.
I liked her, and I liked in her prime Tyra Banks, because Tyra Banks had the big titties.
Yeah, see, I wasn't a fan.
She was a model with big bazooms. I liked that.
I never was really a fan of models, but the only one, and like you said, Kathy Ireland, for me, as far as the models were concerned, that was my favorite.
Yeah, and I know this. Of the celebrities, I have like the three. I have three that were my favorite celebrities that I've met. Number 3, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay, I agree with that, because I did like her in Sweetheart. Was it Sweethearts? Or American Sweethearts, or
something. Heartbreakers or something.
Heartbreakers, that's the one.
Yeah. I met her at WMMS.
Okay.
She was in doing an interview with the pop station, and I met her, and she smelled real good, and she looked real good, and those big fucking titties were just heaving. I loved her. And number 2, and this will probably surprise you, but this girl was super, super hot, and I've never seen a picture of her look as good as she did in person. Left Eye Lopez, the late Left Eye Lisa Lopez.
Yeah.
When I went and met TLC, because I always had a thing for the one, Chili. I always thought Chili was the hot one. But then when I met him in person, it was Lisa Lopez by a lot. She was so fucking hot.
Well, if you invited her over, she might have burned your house down.
Yeah, she might have, but so what? I can see why Andre Rison was like, yeah, that's fine. Because she was really, really hot. And then my all-timer is Shania Twain.
Okay.
Shania Twain had me almost fucking mumbling. She was so good looking in person. Okay. I mean, the best pictures that you see of Shania Twain is how she looks in real life. When she's off stage, she just looks just like that. And it's like, woof, she's fucking super, super hot. And then other ones too. Like I met Britney Spears when she was like 18 or 19 or something. She was really pretty good looking at that point too. So I've met a few, but yeah, I'll take Shania for the win, please.
All right. What was that concert footage? I think it was, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. Was it Shania? Does she do that song? Something about walks like a woman, or
I feel like a woman.
Feel like a woman?
Man, I feel like a woman.
Yeah. Well, there was some footage. I think it was from like Buffalo, New York or something.
All right.
And it was some live footage of her. Man, she chunked up something.
Yeah, she's definitely got the the whatchamacallit, the
Middle-
Valerie Bertinelli syndrome.
Yeah.
Or the,
Can you find that video?
I'm looking right now.
I think it's Buffalo, New York, where it's feels like a woman or something like that. It's a live shot. And it's like, wow, she kind of packed it on.
Let's see. Share screen. Chrome, Shania. Let's pop that up here.
Yeah, that's the one right there. You got it.
There's the band.
Yeah. They got the whole head banging thing going on.
Where's she at?
Well, she'll pop on here and to the right here pretty quick.
All right. I don't really want to hear the music. Do you? Let's see. Yeah, she puts on a great show.
I'm not going to doubt that. I was just surprised when I saw her in this video that she kind of packed it on a little bit.
Who's this dork? Let's just skip ahead. Where you at, Shania? Holy fuck, I'm not going to watch 3 minutes of this shit. Dude, how long is this solo?
Here we go.
Is that her? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Me and you have a different definition of fat.
I didn't say she was fat. I said she packed it on from that picture in the chat room to this video.
Yeah. I don't know. I like her. I like her having a little push and meat. It's all good. Come on, dude. That's not bad.
I didn't say it was bad. Comparatively.
Oh, she's not old. She is like 50.
Is she?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one guy singing that, too, sounds like a real dick. I feel like a woman. Ma'am. Call me ma'am. All right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
All right. Fair enough.
I thought I was going to look and she was going to look like Kirstie Alley.
No, I didn't say that. I just said that comparatively to those pictures that were in the chat room.
Right.
To that, it was just like, she's packed on a few pounds.
Let's see how old she is right now. She hit the fucking lottery. She's a hottie. She got the hottest fucking producer ever to fucking record her, and it made her a megastar.
Max Norman?
No, Mutt Lange. She was married to Mutt Lange.
Yeah, I know.
And or dating him or something. I don't remember. No, she was married to him. And right at the time that her fucking career took off. Yeah, she's 55. Yeah, that ain't bad so that would have been 5 years ago, 50? That's pretty good for a 50-year-old.
All right.
Not terrible. I'm in on Fat Shania.
I didn't say she looked terrible. I just said that comparatively from her prime to that, it was like, okay.
Well, I'm pro Fat Shania.
All right.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
But dude, when I met her in probably would have been, I was still writing for Scene at the time. So what would that have been? Like 97, I guess.
Were you still, I didn't meet you till 98. So, I met you after you had already started your own magazine.
Yeah, so it was like 96, 97. Well, whenever that album came out is when
All right.
she was on tour for that album, that, Come On Over album.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just was gorgeous.
So 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So she might have been 25 or 30 years.
Yeah, so she's like 30 years old. No wonder I was. Dude, you want to talk about the wife not being happy? Holy fuck.
See, again, it's like, yeah, I'm going to be banging a celebrity and you got something to be jealous about, please.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be banging her, but it was like.
No, that's my whole point.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, what do you got to be jealous about?
Nothing, but dude, it was like, and you've seen my ex in action with this kind of shit. We were sitting at a table and Shania could not have been nicer. She was like, oh, do you guys want some food? We got all this food and nobody ever eats it. It just gets thrown away. You can have, and they had like a great rider with like fucking shrimp and shit, a big cocktail shrimp and shit. It is huge rider. And she was inviting us to eat the food and drink the drinks and whatever. So I had set up on this table to do this interview with her, and I'm sitting across from her, and my ex was kind of sitting at the end of the table so that she wouldn't be like, interfering with the interview, but she'd keep a good eye on me, I guess.
Why? What were you going to do?
I don't know. I guess I was just going to fucking throw her over the table and bang her,
Exactly. That's kind of my point. It's just like, okay, you're at a meet and greet and you're there to interview somebody and you're out in the open. It's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. And this superstar at the top of her game, she's thinking, you know what? I'm going to fuck this fat guy in sweats. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to fucking suck his dick. Believe me, I understand that it was stupid, but I'm interviewing Shania, and it was one of those rare times where I was really just that kind of thing.
Of course,
I couldn't get the words out, and not because I was starstruck as much as she was just so fucking hot. I mean, she was the prettiest person I think I've ever sat in front of and just chatted with. I mean, she was another level of hot at that moment. Good times.
Well, you remember Andy Storm, right?
I do.
Okay. I've told this story before, but Andy Storm, this was back in 98.
Mm-hmm.
The internet was pretty new. It was only 2 years, maybe 3 years in at this point.
Yeah.
And Andy, who was a very attractive girl.
Yes.
She listened to this show. This was before you were involved.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, how come you don't have a website for the show? And I was just like, well, because, I don't know anybody who could do website, because this is very new.
Yeah.
Very new.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I've been practicing. I've been doing this, that, and the other. If you want me to build you a website, I can do that. And I was just like, yeah, I'm down for it. Sure. Let's have a web presence.
Sure.
And so I bought the domain, theclassicmetalshow.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went to work. This is somebody who was a novice and who had an interest in it. And she had friends in the business. Her husband at the time, I don't think she's married now, but I don't know. I haven't been in contact with her for years, but regardless of that, her husband was a guitarist.
Yeah.
And he was involved with the music business, and she had contact with the music business. She was friends with John Kolodner.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say it twice.
Yeah, John Kolodner.
That's right.
And so she built the initial Classic Metal Show website.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was just like, well, do you have any merch to sell? And at the time I didn't, because I was really new at this. This was maybe the second year in of doing the show.
Yeah.
And so I went out and I had some shirts made up and whatnot. And she's like, well, we gotta market these somehow if you want to, you need to have these modeled. And she was a very good looking girl. And she goes, I'll model the shirt, take some pictures, we'll put it up on the website. We'll do this thing. Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so and I did this strictly from a just marketing standpoint. I didn't think anything more of it, more or less.
Yeah.
Oh, the girl that I was involved with at the time, she just had a fucking cow.
Why didn't you ask me?
Well, that was really the question. It was like, well, because this was in the moment, this was happening, this was the offer. I took it, we went with it, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, it started in with all the, well, what do you have going on there with her?
Oh, God.
It's like there was nothing. It was just like we just had to get this merch out there. We had to get the website out there. She volunteered. It was just, whatever. But again, with the whole, what am I going to do?
No.
I'm doing this shit in this chick's house with her husband sitting right there. What am I going to do?
Threesome, baby.
So I'll never forget the end of that. I never heard the fucking end of that.
Yeah, dude. Chicks are jealous for no fucking reason.
Yeah, it's just like, this is just something I got to do. I'm putting the show out there. I'm making this thing happen.
Yeah.
And then of course I met you, but how come after I met you and you volunteered to take over the website and do what I had to get done, nobody accused me of fucking you for this?
Yeah. Apparently you weren't woke then.
That's the whole thing, because she maintained it for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then you started getting in the whole web work thing, and you were just like, yeah, I could take this over and I could do this, that, and the other. And I go, yeah, go with it. Do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
All I was concerned about is getting the word out. I didn't give it two shits who maintained the website or who built it or whatever. I just needed to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I cared about.
Yeah.
But nobody said, I bet you're fucking that Chris Aiken because he's doing your website.
Yeah, no. Somehow that conversation didn't come up. Chicks are dumb. They're just dumb with that jealousy. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I bet you're fucking Shania, man.
Yeah, sure I was.
I sat there at that picnic table in the back stage area where they had all that great food.
Yeah. I'll tell you why chicks are like that, though. Because they know we're not doing anything, but they know we would. That's really what it comes down to. They know that we would. If Shania offered me pussy, come on. I would be stepping over my wife's corpse to get it. Are you kidding me? But, but I mean, there's zero chance it's going to happen. It's like, do you know who you're married to? Not somebody that gets that.
Right.
Sorry, that's not going to happen.
Well, here's another funny, kind of a parallel.
Yeah.
So I was watching HBO Max, and have you ever seen the movie with Paul Rudd and the chick that's married to the guy that, what's that producer's guy's name that the fuck's his name? Something Phillips, the blonde chick who's married to, goddamn, I don't even know her name.
What's the movie?
It's So This Is 40.
Not seen that. So you've seen a lot more movies than me. Forget I had a 30-year hiatus from movies.
No, well, this
Leslie Mann.
Yes. Who's she married to?
Don't know. Let's find out. Leslie Mann, Judd Apatow.
Yeah, Judd Apatow. He's done a shit ton of movies.
He's a nothing left leaning about him.
He's done a shit ton of movies. He's done all those movies with like Hating Sarah Marshall and
right.
Get Him to the Greek and all that.
Knocked Up.
Yeah, he's had a whole shit ton of movies with that Seth Rogen guy and.
Yeah, before that guy turned into a fucking turd.
Yeah, of course. But the point is this Judd Apatow has had a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
And he's married to what Leslie Mann is that's her name?
Leslie Mann, yeah.
Yeah. So she's been in a bunch of movies, a bunch of his movies, right?
Yeah.
Well, regardless of the movie, so I was watching that movie. So this is 40.
Okay.
So this Paul Rudd in the scene in the movie, he's banging her out in the shower.
Okay.
All right. So they're getting it on. He's banging her out really good. And he goes, man, I took this Viagra and man, this thing is working great. So of course she gets all pissed off and angry. What? You took a Viagra? What? You can't get all hot and hard for me anymore. You have to take a Viagra because you're not hot for me anymore.
What?
Which we've talked about this on the show that a lot of guys in that age range take a Viagra because they can't get hot for their old lady anymore.
Of course.
All right. It's not because there's something wrong with them physically. It's because mentally or they're just burned out. It's like, yeah, I can't get hot for that same old pussy after 25 years.
Once you know all the wrinkles, it's not that much fun anymore.
Exactly. So she gets all pissed off and upset that he took a Viagra. Well, you don't think I'm hot anymore? You're not attracted to me anymore? You know, why do you have to take a Viagra to bang me? You know, why do you need drugs to bang me? And he's just like, yeah, I'm just like, you know, maybe it's 40. I don't know. Maybe it's my age. Maybe it's whatever.
Sure.
So he goes, well, I just thought it's your birthday. I thought it would be fun to bang you out. I thought I would, you know, take a Viagra, make it extra special. And she goes, well, okay, you can go at it for 10 minutes, but then you're going to have to figure out what to do with it for the next 4 hours.
See,
you know, it's just like, yeah, I'll give you 10 minutes to bang out my pussy. But after that, you know, I'm done with this.
But meanwhile, if he busts his load in 10 minutes, then she'll be fucking all pissed off about that.
It's like, okay, so you make it so much fun.
Yeah. Well, it's all clinical.
Why don't you set a timer to this?
Mm-hmm. It's either all clinical or they want the fake fantasy. And that's a big one that was a big one that I hated. The fucking, you know, she always wanted every session to be a
session.
She never wanted it to be just like, you know what? I need to get a nut.
Yeah. I just want to bang you out. Be done with it.
Yeah. I just want to get a nut. That's it. Everything had to be, make love to me. Shut up. I don't want to make love to you. I just want to fucking pound that puss for 20 minutes.
I just want to have some hot monkey sex.
That's it. Doesn't even have to be that hot. I just need to come. Sometimes you just need to come. You had a bad day at work and the wife doesn't want you to drink your face off. Well, then there's the other option. Suck the cock or fucking give me the pussy.
Or give me a good handy.
I don't even, no.
Well, I'm just saying if that's the third option.
No, that's not a good option.
I said a third option.
Yeah. Oh, it's not even a good third option.
Well, what is a good third option if that's not it?
Honestly, I'd rather have a tit job or a foot job over a fucking hand job. I ain't even kidding. At least those are a little bit fucking kinky. A hand job is what you hoped for in fucking 10th grade.
Hand job.
It's like we're fucking 40 years old and you're gonna jerk me off. I can jerk myself off,
of course,
and I'll certainly do it better than you ever did. So just fucking use your face, for God's sakes. Just use your fucking face.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I just found that kind of funny in the movie. Though, it's just like, okay, well, you can bang me for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Thanks a ton.
After that, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, and they always act like it's this gift.
Yeah, I'm doing you a favor.
No, you're really not. Believe me, if it wasn't you, it'd be someone else.
Well, that's the whole thing. It might have been Shania.
Yeah. No, but it's not going to be that person, unfortunately. Look, I was a big fat tub of shit then. by that point, I mean, I was a burn victim for fuck's sake. Who do you think Shania Twain's banging the fucking melted skin guy?
I'm thinking Shania is going to reach across that table and start banging you.
Yeah, she's gonna have what, sympathy lay for me?
Yeah. Well, Shania is a giving person.
I guess so.
She's like, Chris, I know your wife is sitting at the end of the table giving me the stare.
Yeah.
But if we make an excuse to leave the table and let her know that I'm just signing some autographs or some merchandise,
okay,
I could get a quick bang in there before she even knows it. Are you in?
I'm on it.
What are you two talking about down there? Oh, nothing. She said she was going to sign some merchandise for me.
Yeah.
Well, can I come along? No, it's okay. We're just going to her dressing room. She said she's going to sign some merchandise. Tell her I'm just going to sign some merchandise and then I'll bang you, okay?
Okay, got it.
So dumb.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if Shania ever did that, though, I'd be like one of these kids that we always have fucking on the show that fuck their teachers, because Lord knows I would want to tell that story. God, I cannot imagine. That would be torture right there if you somehow did get to bang Shania and you couldn't tell anybody. Not that anybody would believe you anyway.
Right.
That's the unfortunate thing about a girl that hot. You bang somebody that hot, nobody's going to fucking believe you.
Of course not.
They'd be like, yeah, sure you did. Shania Twain, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But again, does it matter that anyone believes you if that actually happened, or
Yes.
is that something really?
Oh yeah, I want people to know.
You can't just keep that to yourself.
Oh, I could, but when I was married, I could. Yeah, Jerry in the YouTube chat hit it perfectly. Today, I'd write another book about it.
the day I banged Shania behind my wife's back.
Yeah, I would just call it "Come on over," but CUM instead
Right.
of for me. Come on over.
So funny.
Oh, that would be good.
I'm, but the whole chick thing, being mad all the time.
I know. Well, if they're not mad, they're not fucking alive.
I know, but I don't get the whole being mad all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time in my life to be angry about shit.
Yeah, I just don't want to deal. You know, it's. I'm not like anymore. I've grown past the point of trying to defend myself anymore. And this girl or guy, but anybody says, well, you're not doing this right or what? All right, you're right. I'm not. But I'm not going to change either. So suck it up or get the fuck away from me, because I'm not changing 1 ounce. You know, that's really where I am in my life now. It's like, yeah, you're right. I'm not.
I'm the same way. You know what? The thing is that whether it's you or anybody else who I've hung out with, who listens to the show, mm-hmm. I'm a very easy person to get along with.
Yeah, those 3 people that you mentioned as your friends.
Well, regardless of the 3 people that I mentioned, whether it's you or anyone, I'm a very easy guy to get along with. I am so easygoing.
Except to chicks.
I mean, would you agree with that?
Somewhat. I think with you, I think you got to know people a little bit, and they got to know you before you could say that.
But would you say I'm not confrontational?
I wouldn't say that either.
No. Am I generous?
Yes. But what I'm saying is, I've got the example. That dude that wanted to fight at Billy's thing. Yeah. Because he didn't know you. Yeah, because I was kidding with him. Yeah. But even when you're kidding, you're very straight-laced about it. You don't say, yeah, dude, just get out of it. You know, you didn't laugh it off. You gave it to him Stephen Wright style. And this guy was like, what the fuck did you say? You know, he was ready to lose his goddamn shit on. I was like, dude, relax. You know, but I would say that anybody that knows you knows that humor. Yeah. That's all I'm saying is that Are you easygoing? Yes, but can people mistake you
Yeah,
sometimes? as
I would,
happy?
I would agree. Would they misinterpret it? Yes, I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah. All
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. But, I've hung out with a few fans of the show, people who are
Sure.
currently listening to the show. Of course, you've known me for a long time.
Yeah.
And, I just kind of laid back and have fun and just, I take care of the check. I pay for shit. I just listen, I don't want any stress in my life.
Right.
I want to take it easy.
I know.
And that goes with the chicks too. It's just like, I've always been, man, I just don't give me any grief.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for any grief. It's just like everything could be cool, but if you want to make an issue with me and you're going to pursue that issue, you're dismissed. Goodbye.
If there was a way for chicks to live without a head, they'd be perfect. Just if they just didn't have a head, they would be absolutely perfect.
Yep.
Because it's that head that fucking fucks it all up.
I agree.
Always.
But you, on the other hand, because I've known your situation, or I've been actually in your situation with you, it's just like, man, just to think that you're in a backstage area in a what do you want, a catering area?
Yeah.
And just talking to somebody at a table. And to have daggers being shot across the table.
Dude, it goes so much further than that. Let me tell you how bad it was at some points. You remember how I used to do these ads for this record store that was local to me called Disc Den?
Yeah, of course. I shop there often.
Yeah, sure. So you remember. And for people that are not from here and that don't know, Disc Den, the owner was a guy named Mike who I used to party with a lot. Like me and Mike, I would hang out at Disc Den, and then we would go and get like some dinner or something. And usually it ended up with just a lot of drinking being involved in the party. And, and then I would come home and go right to sleep, and thank God.
A couple, just some dudes hanging out doing what dudes do.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mike, I always gave him free ads in my magazine, Music's Bottom Line. And the thing about his ads was we always we did like double entendre humor.
Yeah. It was the kind of like that double dirty humor, but it could be construed as being kind of like silly humor, but then it could be adult humor at the same time.
Or gallows humor. Like we did the one where I superimposed a bullet hole in whatchamacallit, Kurt Cobain's head. And the tagline was, "You need to shop at other stores like you need with dots leading to the bullet hole in his head."
Yeah, like you need a bullet in the head.
Like you need a bullet in the head.
Sure.
And that was the joke. And that one was fine, although it got a lot of attention. Holy shit.
Well, that's the whole idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that what marketing is all about, is to get attention?
Mm-hmm. But I did a few of them where I made kind of, I don't want to say dirty jokes, but kind of like, again, double entendre jokes. And I don't remember even what the tagline was for this one, but it was the girl was Mariah Carey, back when Mariah Carey was hot, before she fucking turned Kirstie Alley, back when she was really, really hot. She was wearing like a skin tight black dress. And again, I don't remember what the tagline was, but it was something that was kind of, could go either way, right? My ex got a hold of that paper and she was like, "You just want to fuck her, don't you? You just want," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "I know why you do these kind of jokes, because you secret," and I was like, "What are you fucking talking about?" And at that point, I got mad. I was like, even if I did, what do you think is going to happen? Think Mariah's going to see this fucking article and fly in from LA to suck my dick? It's like, what are you thinking? It's not happening, so don't worry about it. It's a fucking joke. My God. But these were the kind of arguments. I had these kind of arguments constantly. constantly. Anytime I made any off-color fucking joke, and anybody that listens to this show knows that's what I do.
Yeah.
This is not a new thing. This is who I've always been. So trying to criticize me out of being me, that was never going to happen. It's amazing we stayed together as long as we did. Not amazing, stupid.
Yeah.
It was stupid that we did.
Well, guy humor is guy humor.
Mm-hmm.
It's what guys do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. And to answer Fender, yeah, she was pretty hot, but that wasn't why I stayed with her. Quite honestly, she was hotter than I deserved, but at the same time, there's a lot of, and I'm not going to get all into this. You can read my books if you want to know why. I owed her a lot for the burn accident, so I put up with a lot of bullshit because I felt almost like I owed it, and thank God, best thing she ever did was kicking me to the curb. Thank God. Thank you. That was the best thing that ever happened to me, was her throwing me to the curb. Because now I'm happy.
Yeah.
So, all good.
You live your life on your own terms.
That's right. And I love it.
As you should.
I love it. I'm happy now. I cannot fathom going back to not just her, but anybody. I can't fathom. Aren't you going to bring me a cup of coffee? Oh, just don't come over anymore. Honestly, that's how selfish I've got. And I'll admit it, I'm selfish. It's like, I don't want anything to do with anybody's time except my own. That's it. There you go. Deep cut. That's right. Don't rush me. That's me now. That's me if any woman is here when I wake up. God damn it, Helen. I just got home. Don't rush me.
Exactly. Well, I think Rod Stewart had it right with, I'll give you cab fare.
Yeah.
Just don't wake me when you get up.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave. Just go out. We had a good time. See ya. And out. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to leave you girls with a Thunder Kiss 65.
All right. Nice.
So here's some White Zombie exclusively here
on your classic metal show.